jumbo jet. It wasn't easy, but nothing is. No. When I feel heavy metal, and I feel that I need when I lie and I'm easy all of the time, but I'm never sure why I need you. Please I need ya. I got my head down when I was young. It's not my problem. It's not my problem. When I feel heavy metal, and I feel that I need when I lie and I'm easy all of the time, but I'm never sure why I need you. Please I need ya. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was just a wild little beast. Lord, how I gave my parents fits. Tried so hard to raise me right, but I was born to run the night. Daddy took me hunting when I was a kid. Wouldn't believe what the hell I did. He said, boy, hold this. Told my cousin, you better run. Last time he poked fun at me, got my with a tree. Why, son of a gun, pay for all I done. That's where they'll get us here, 'cause I ain't done just yet. Yeah, went for a drive, blue lights lit up my brown eyes. I just tried to play cool. Cop said, boy, you're just a fool. Cuffed and stuffed me in the trunk. Next time I won't get so. Why, son of a gun, pay for all I've done. It's where they'll get us there, 'cause I ain't done just yet. Had a load of fun at my parents' couch, tried to figure out what love's about. Mom came busting through that door. What? No more. Kick that girl out in the street. Next time I'll be more discreet. Why, son of a gun, pay for all I've done. Where they'll get us here, 'cause I ain't done just yet.
It is loud and it is wet as we welcome you inside Lumen Field on your standard rain-filled afternoon in Seattle, Washington. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Play action. Now Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mike Andrews, the tight end. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Jackson throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Derrick Henry, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. That'll bring up second down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though. A short throw caught by Andrews. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Jackson going to change things up a bit. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's complete to Fuller. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Warrior 70. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. You look at this Baltimore defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Shedding the tackle. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Jackson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Here's Allen. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
19 tight, 19 tight. Cup 19, Cup 19. Mustang 19, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
They'll look to throw. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. Now it's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Play action. It's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. That'll give them 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Running from the gun with Henry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Jackson. He'll try to pick it up himself. He's got his target. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. 1st and goal at the 1. Henry. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. Jackson will keep it. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 23, here's the 2nd and 9. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. The Seahawks had a woeful 2-9 on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this one, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second and a couple.
60 Bison.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
19 Lions. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his target. It's Matthews. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Trap 60, trap 60. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 12-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the interception, here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
From the gun, Jackson. He's got Fuller. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Henry up the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They go play action now. Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Fuller. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Open target here is Matthews. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. Walker now on 1st and 10. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
19 Tiger. Go street.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
60 Maverick. Ready, go.
Walker with another carry. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 19, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Mustang 19.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Let's go now. Viking 18. Dragon 60. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Buffalo 18.
Looking to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Gotta be Timberwolves. 79 Broncos. Come 19, come 19.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Nice pump, step, Warriors, 70, 18, Pioneer. Maverick, 60 Maverick. Hurt.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 19 tight, 19 tight. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Mustang 19. Dragon 60.
He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Let's go. 60, Cougar 19. Buffalo 18. Let's go.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Panther 11, Panther 11. Broncos. Cup 19, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A final shot before break. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Oh, good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Panther 11. Buffalo 18. Warriors 17. Trap 60. Trap 60. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Jackson from the shotgun. It's complete to Fuller. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Here is 3rd and 5. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Calling a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Bronco 80. 19 Lions. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Back to throw. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And now an audible here into something else. Given 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Now Lamar changing the look. Jackson will throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Walker. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Again, Jackson. That is caught. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Play action. Now Jackson. Connects with Fuller on the crossing pattern. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Two yards to go, 2nd down. Off the option, here's Henry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 18 regular, 18 regular.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They'll set up a throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Check 50, check 60 average, 60 average.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And the Seahawks touchdown. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
60. 79 Broncos.
Back to throw again. He's going to air it out deep for Matthews. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here's 2nd and 10.
19 right. Cowboy 80.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jair Alexander. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in the game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Jackson.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. His throw incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Jackson.
He had a man open, but he missed
convinced him that it's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 4th down. Here's Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Open man, he's got his tight end, Elijah Arroyo.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba.
And my goodness, another interception.
Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a play is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Jackson now. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And Walker has it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And they can't bring him down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
66 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And his throw is incomplete.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Flowers. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 40 yards. Throwing is Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Ravens have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Walker to start the drive. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Second and 15. And now here's another interception. And this will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Finding Walker complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, one team clearly was in control from the start in this one, Charles. They had things humming on the offensive end, a few passing touchdowns, and then their secondary on defense really helped to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they certainly did, Brandon, and let's face it, it may be cliche, but that secondary, they brought their...
I've been dealing, billing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us, still ride with a in the fleece. I'ma up my piece if you're trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the high up. These they come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual force, just fighting the demons, really for lifers. Karma, with your energy harness. If I'm back in the corner, I might get the clicking until I just feel a nirvana. I see blood in the water, homies are gone, he couldn't see the piranhas. Got it hot as divider, I'm from the bottom, on treacherous timing. They'll pop your melon in front of those seeds over that beef and broccoli. He